What up, three times? What up, 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 what up? Don't seem like nobody in this joint yet. So, I'm going to just go ahead and say, welcome to the Wake and Bake Show, your interactive news, sports, Philly, vocabulary, motivational philosophy, gaming show. And I am a fancy clown. What up, planet? Um, yeah, hopefully you got your coffees ready and your waters and your smokes. If you're smoking, let's get into the song.
That's hard. And that's the problem in any research area like this. You've got so much noise that it's hard to find the signal. Let's get to the real core of all of this. What's the biblical view?
Where I'm from, kids walking past the methadone clinics where I'm from. I'm spending all day working for the chicken where I'm from. Fiends always on a mission where I'm from. We be up too broke to even pay attention where I'm from. They don't listen where I'm from. Kids go missing where I'm from. We all goners where I'm from. You can find the old hits pissing on the corner where I'm from. All our teachers said we done. You can't even take a walk around the corner and some slides where I'm from. Cause it's just too many needles on the ground where I'm from. So my kids don't even get to play outside where I'm from. Seem like all the dads done went to jail or died where I'm from. Where I'm from, kids walking past.
What
the
up, King of
clinics
Kings?
where I'm from. Mom spending all day working
Good
for
morning.
the chicken where I'm from. Fiends always on a mission where I'm from. We be all too broke to even pay attention where I'm from. Where I'm from, kids walking past the methadone clinics where I'm from. Mom spending all day working for the chicken where I'm from. Fiends always on a mission where I'm from. We be up too broke to even pay attention where I'm from. They don't listen where I'm from. Kids go missing where I'm from. We all goners where I'm from. You can find the old hits pissing on the corner where I'm from. All our teachers said we done. You can't even take a walk around the corner and some slides where I'm from. Cause it's just too many needles on the ground where I'm from. So my kids don't even get to play outside where I'm from. Seem like all the dads done went to jail or died where I'm from. Where I'm from, kids walking past the methadone clinics where I'm from. Mom spending all day working for the chicken where I'm from. Fiends always on a mission where I'm from. We be all too broke to even pay attention where I'm from.
That song is about Tent City. That song is about Kenzo. That song is about the Northeast Philly. That song is about Under the L Tracks. That song is about my neighborhood as well. I ain't necessarily under the L Tracks, but shoot, I'm close enough. I'm right up the hill. Anyway, yeah, I wrote that joint in like 2020. Yeah, I don't know. That's really all I got to say about it. Why did I write that joint? Why did I write that joint? Because Diggable Planets has a song called Where I'm From, and it's about New York, and it's real like chill and vibey. And I wanted to make my own version of Where I'm From, of Diggable Planets Where I'm From. So that's what I did, and my joint is not the same. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. King of Kings. Psalm 25:5. Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long. All day long. Let's go. Amen. So, the word of the day, if you guys have already seen the name of the episode, it is farce. Farce. So, I like this word. This is a word I've known for a very long time. I use it occasionally. I don't use it in its really classical sense, though. But as you guys know, I like to gravitate toward these one syllable short words.
Farce.
Short words with deep meanings. So as you can see, farce is a noun, meaning it's a thing you can possess. Um, Now here's the classical meaning of it: a comic dramatic work using buffoonery and horseplay, and typically including crude characterization and ludicrously improbable situations. Right? So it sounds it's like slapstick, right? Like slapstick, burlesque, vaudeville, even buffoonery. What was the other one? Like a review, like Revue, that type of review. Um, y'all ever seen what's the John Bamboozle? Y'all ever seen Bamboozle? Like that whole kind of situation. Like a farce is basically like a work of art that's meant to poke fun at a bunch of stuff, like satire. Now that's the one meaning. That's never how I've used it. Not one time in my life have I actually used it that way. I used it this way: an absurd event. An absurd event. Now let's go here and see what Webster's got to say about it. A light dramatic composition marked by broadly satirical comedy and improbable plot. Yeah, okay. A broad humor characteristic of farce. Okay, got you. This is the one I'm using though. An empty or patently ridiculous act, proceeding, or situation. So something that's, oh, come on, kitty, don't do that. You stabbing me. That shit hurt. That shit hurt. So, a farce, like just something you can't take seriously. Like I often consider like a whole lot of these political events farces. Some of these things that come on the news is farcical. Um, Oftentimes a lot of these religious leaders, all of this farcical. All of this, these are farces. These things are not meant to be taken seriously. They are literally made for you to see them. Day. Let's hear it one more time.
Farce.
Yeah, yeah. And unfortunately, farces are not too sparse. Oh, farce. Anyway, let's get into some whatever controversy videos, whatever we got. What's going on? All right, it's a lot of stuff going on right now. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about black people. Let's talk about black people. This gentleman, who I rarely ever agree with, he done said some shit that I agree with. He said something that I agree with. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? So I'm gonna play this. I didn't play the whole video when I watched it. I think I played maybe the first 20 seconds and was like, oh, look at him speaking sense.
Hip hop has been around for 50 years. Not a single hospital, not a single school, not a single bank, not a single supermarket, not a single distribution company. How can we call hip hop a blessing to the black community when that type of money being made off of our culture and the community doesn't benefit from it at all? So you come to the community and give out a few turkeys. You come to the community and give out a few pair of sneakers. You come to the community.
Just to pause what he's saying, to add on to it a little bit. That's literally how I feel about these places that call themselves delis in the hood, but don't sell shit but like blunt wraps and beers and shit. Those places, and then they don't hire black people either, and they don't sell no food. They probably got like a pack of Chico sticks in the front and maybe some sunflower seeds or something in there, and it's literally just all just blunt wraps and tobacco products and alcohol, and they might even sell you shots. They might even sell you a little shot of liquor for like $3-4. Those places, they are horrifying to me. They're disgusting to me because they come into the hood, they put themselves prominently on the corner, they get these big ass bright LED lights, and then they open like 24 hours. They got all the attention, everybody standing in line to go in that store. They don't sell nothing good for nobody. I mean, don't get me wrong, I go in that store, I smoke a lot. They don't sell nothing good for nobody, don't hire nobody, and don't put nothing back into the community except for the proliferation of alcohol and tobacco products. That bothers me to my soul.
And you throw a couple parties, and in exchange for some damn turkeys and chickens and some sneakers, you push.
Don't forget the book bags, Doc.
Death and destruction on our children for a living, and we're supposed to be okay with that because you dropped off some clothes and some turkeys. It's not acceptable until hip hop begins to be a blessing for the black community. Hip hop is an agent of white supremacy.
He ain't even done.
And then the rapper will say, well, we didn't invent violence. You're right. You didn't invent violence. There was gang banging before hip hop. Okay. There was drug dealing before hip hop. There was black on black crime before hip hop.
Yeah. And in the beginning of hip hop, none of that stuff was actually glorified, as far as I remember it. Hibby.
But let me tell you where hip hop is guilty. Hip hop glamorized it. Hip hop glorified it. Hip hop put a spotlight on negative aspects of black culture.
Y'all ever hear a white person say negative and you be like, you kind of second guess it? I heard that before at work. It was like, yo, I'm tired of all the negativity. The what? The negativity. What up, practice? Bro, I saw a joint that said Dwayne, the bull was saying that Dwayne Howard, Dwayne, was it Dwayne Howard? No, Dwayne, whoever Tisha Campbell's husband was, Tisha Campbell, whatever. The bull was, Yeah, dog. I ain't even want to play that because that's allegations and it's not really like nothing to debate over it. But it is definitely Will Smith is. They were saying Will Smith had a relationship with the ball and all of that stuff.
Hip hop has
Yeah, I see that. I'm gonna work my way over to there because this is still on that same subject.
What's your song?
I'm at no.
Go ahead. What's your song?
I'm at town to go around.
Ooh. Yeah.
Looking at my red light. No.
Go ahead.
You trying to see me? You trying to see me? You trying to say what's up?
Go.
Downtown, going downtown.
Ooh, ooh. All right. To say, girl. Ooh. 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 That's all you know? Bye. Ooh.
I said, you look good out, no makeup, no lashes, even your wake up.
Ooh, for me. Ooh. 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 Yeah.
That last song wasn't hip hop, yo. I don't think. It was like Aqua, right? I'm a Barbie girl. Somebody get these kids an instrument. I'd be mad if my kids' teachers was doing this. Yeah. You think they parents signed some type of what is it called? A release? I doubt it. They see that's a problem. Like I remember a lot of circumstances, whether it be schools, whether it be churches, whether it be whatever. Yo, don't take pictures of me or my kids. Don't take pictures of my kids. Don't put pictures of my kids on your websites. Don't put videos of my kids up on your socials. Don't do none of that. Don't exploit my children for your growth. Don't do that. Don't exploit me or your children. Like, I be at work. I work in places where people take pictures. Like, I work in, it'll be a special event going on, and they'll have TV cameras and everything, and I'll be like this. And it's so extra. Like I don't try to be subtle about it. I stand there, I look at them, I do this. And then they'd be like, oh, you don't want to be filmed? I'd be like, nope. And they'd be like, okay, we won't get you. Oh shit, my heater's on. Hold on for a second. I forgot to turn my heater off.
Yeah. No smoke, no smoke. King! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
What motivated you out of the bed about it? All right. Yeah. So I was online yesterday. I'm sorry for the noise, y'all. It should stop soon. What motivated you out of bed about that? Well, what motivated you out of bed about that? I was online all yesterday and I ain't seen none of this stuff. But in one morning, all within the last like hour and a half, I got this one. I got this, which, all right, let's get back to this real quick. I ain't think it was so sad because I don't know most of these songs, but if I actually knew the lyrics and the words and the content to these songs, then I probably would think it was sad. I know a lot of people who play crazy ratchet ass shit around their children and have no regard for like whether or not their kids can hear it or even like kind of like process what they hearing. And these people think that their kids can't process what they're hearing. Either that or they don't care. But I think that that's wild. I think that's really, really wild. But, you know, a lot of people don't think that that's a big deal. A lot of people still play these crazy ass songs in their car and they think that their kids don't notice or process that. But yeah, look at this. In some dark corner of hell, J. Edgar Hoover is looking up and laughing at the continued success of COINTELPRO. We are cooked. I ain't gonna. That's pretty dramatic, but shit, if it's not true, tell me I'm crazy. Meanwhile, then you go to this video and you got these people. I mean, it's cute, like it's fly. Like I don't even know what to say. It's too obvious. So I guess I don't got much to say. But I guess I'll play one more of these since we can round up this black person thing.
They help them raise them children. I don't mean, and I'm telling you, black men are responsible for her being masculine because we have not helped her raise them children.
I am
and
not.
when I say help them raise them children, I don't mean you as the stepdad.
No, yeah,
I mean you as an active member in the community. She got masculine because she had to become masculine in order to deal with the rape, the abuse, the domestic violence, the disappointments that men had in her life, and also raising those kids and have to take care of herself all at the same time. The black woman has been the be-all, end-all in our community for half of a century, and now we want to turn around and say because she didn't do it perfectly enough or remain feminine enough when she had to absorb our responsibilities plus her own, that's insensitive and disingenuous.
That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. I really just rushed into playing it because the noise was going on in the background and I wanted to mute myself. Ishmani, what up? Good morning. Sorry, I didn't see your previous comment. Yeah, I think I have to go ahead. This boy Umar hit it twice today, pause. He definitely made it happen for me. It never, ever, ever happened before. And the 10 to 12 years that I've been looking at this dude and listening to him speak, I ain't never heard him say too many things that I really could vibe with. But yeah, I vibe with that, man. Any disagreeers? Anybody out there thinking I'm crazy or he's crazy for saying what he just said? Cause like we done so we done played 4 videos. We got one video where Umar saying these chicks is masculine because y'all niggas made them masculine. Then we got another video where Umar is saying rappers don't give nothing back to black culture and keep eating off of us and spread death and negativity and don't do nothing but give us turkeys. And then there's another video of 4-year-olds singing Pound Town. And then there's another video of this birthday party. And these guns look heavy. These look real. They look loaded. So, unfortunately, I don't have no grand point here. I wish I did. I wish I had taken the time to think of something. But I don't really have no grand point to make. It is demoralizing, King of Kings. It's discouraging too. Yeah. As long as he acknowledges the conditioning that explains the displacement of the men in the black family, that puts the masculine women complex in better perspective. Absolutely. And the thing is, like, it's a whole lot of people judging women harshly for, women not being what people want women to be. But at the end of the day, like, why? Why is it that way? And it's the same thing with these children, man. Like that's one of the biggest struggles that I was having recently with like the children that I have a chance to influence. Because even though I have a chance to influence them, like I'm not the only person who influences them. So I got to fight against the influence of whoever else might be putting something contrary into them. So it's hard. It's a hard ass fight because people don't take this very seriously. People don't think that this is a big deal because everybody around them is engaged. Everybody around them is doing the same exact thing. Like how many people you think was at this party? How many people you think was at this party who was not liking seeing this? How many people really think how many people in this party? Let's say it was 20, 30 people in this party. How many people was in this party not liking this? How many people was in this party nervous about this, feeling bad? How many people? Cuz I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to go ahead and say none. I'm going to go ahead and say they all in it. They all caught up in it. They all think it's fly. Anybody who would have a problem with this probably ain't invited there, cause this is a kid's birthday party. But they got bottles, they got bottles, they got $100 bills all over the place. Right, zero. When he started excluding people, it feels like he just lighting firecrackers. What you mean excluding people? Like just saying black only this and black only that? Is that what you mean? He often speaks on the plight of absent black men in the family structure. That's why and how. Yeah, word. I mean, the excluding people thing. Nah, various forms. Okay, okay. I was about to say because I know the pro black thing. I know a lot of people ride with that. Um, that's real, Ish. That's real. I don't get invited, but I don't even mind. I don't even mind. Um, word.
Because she had to
All right, I think that's the controversy for right now, man.
become.
That is the controversy. Andre 3000 dropping an album. Y'all hype about that? Y'all hype about that?
Because she had.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this the reason I copied this is 'cause I'm like, yo,
Oh, say it.
look how influential we are, yo. Do I take pride in this? No. But look how influential we are, though.
What I did on the street, I did. You can keep using that BS.
What did you do?
We
Say
keep being
it.
that
Say
BS.
what the fuck you did. What'd you do?
Huh? What did you do?
I'm involved in 19
What did you do?
Three fucking mafia
Oh,
wars.
that's your badge of honor. Your badge of honor. You killed 19. You put a gun in the fucking back of 19 guys. That's your badge
No,
of
I
honor.
didn't shoot 19 guys. I'm involved in 19 murders. I
Good for
said.
you, Sammy.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
a hero
yeah. I'm
you
involved in 3 mafia wars.
What a
You said,
hero
what did I
you
do?
are. Oh, Sammy, you know what? You're talking like a clown right now.
I'll put out a
Nobody
video for
ever
you.
went to jail because of anything I ever told the government. Can you say the same, Sammy? No.
No.
So don't give me
I
your
don't
BS.
try to. I was on the fucking street. Who the fuck knew who you are? Myself.
Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell knew you either?
And then stop the baloney. Who the fuck in the mob says stop the baloney? What kind of statement is that?
Oh, now you want to act like a clown? What do you mean? Stop the baloney? What I did on the street, I did. You can keep using that.
All right. Like a person with a white wife can't understand or relate to any of the struggle. He can ask them to help in a different capacity, but he uses his words to oust them. Ah, he verbally attacks gay people. Okay. Yeah, often ostracizes black men for having interracial relationships. Again, race war is a tool against humanity. I'm married to a white woman, and yet I disagree. I disregard his disdain for that shit, but I don't ignore the topics he brings up. I'm on my computer today. Oh, you could type now, and you could be my moderator. Yeah. I mean, that's how you should do it. That's the way the truth work. I mean, I think I heard E say the other day, you gotta be able to eat the meat and spit out the bones. You gotta take the good, disregard the bad. But yeah, with a guy like him, like I said, I never really seen too much that I could latch onto that he said. But I will say what he said was extreme, and I like it because there's not enough people saying that. It's not enough people acknowledging that. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's too many there's too many wars and debates going on, and ultimately, like I could sit here and say I feel like I'm guilty too because I could sit here and say, okay, men are to blame for the issues that women have in the black community, but that's like not to say that they not just knock like lock sorry that's not to say that they're not just locking niggas up on purpose. That's not to say that they want us to fail. They want the family to be broken. They keep pushing all of these like concepts that break families apart. Like, how many people do y'all know that's actually married happily? How many people do y'all know that's been married for a while now happily? How many people do you know that's like even planning on getting married at any point in their adulthood? Which, I mean, I'm not even on no Christian value stuff right now. I'm on some just the household, the family, the nuclear family. Wife, husband, children, two incomes. You know what I'm saying? Two incomes. How foreign of that is a concept in our community? Honestly, I ain't never seen it in my house when I was growing up. I never had two incomes. My mom was working. She had two jobs. But nah. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I got smoke in my eye. I mean, it's true. Well, actually, let's not say that. Let's not just blindly agree. What do you mean exactly? Females are to blame. And what facets are females to blame? Because I mean, I know what's brought up about females. A lot of the homies I know say like females have unreasonably high expectations now. You got they won't mess with a dude unless he's making 80 to 100, unless he's driving a certain kind of car, unless he got properties and such. And then when they put themselves in a position to have a high power man like that and have their standards be all um, material and such, then when the dude want to go and cheat on them, or when the dude want to have like 4 or 5 of them, they like, well, he make enough money. And to me, that's not like solving anything at all. That doesn't help anything. But a lot of people will blame the woman nowadays for the standards that they have. A lot of people will blame the women for the OnlyFans. A lot of people will blame the women for the masculine attitudes and maybe not wanting to get cute 7 days a week because they got to go worry about other things. You know what I mean? There's a lot of pressure being put on the women in that way. But um, all those things I could still kind of draw back to males, and I could also draw back to just like what America has done to us, what America is doing to us, what the world is doing to us. Everyone has to have accountability, but I think it falls on leaders first, aka the male. We can say the men are doing, but we also have to ask questions like, how do we select the men that we made children with? There was an idea that I heard where woman agenda what was domino. Yeah, I personally, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Like, this is just me being candid. I think that, like, I don't. It's hard for me to say this. I think that once women started working and becoming professionals, that was already the domino that made it go down. To like men went to war, women had to take care of children. They wasn't going to war, but once women started trying to go to war, and once women started trying to work 40-hour work weeks and be out of the house, I think that's when things started to break down in a certain way. It was psychological and economic agenda. Excuse grammatical errors. I did that. Yeah, you good. And it doesn't always pick up for at Planet. Yes, agenda. Had to let me borrow. Each Money had to let me borrow a book called "Breaking the Psychological Chains of Slavery," and that book is great. Starting understanding why it starts with us, and then look at other areas. We all to blame at some point in life. I agree. We are all to blame at some point. I did. You still got that, John? Probably. It's a black Bible. Black Bible? Where, yeah. Solutions. Actionable conclusions. I would say try not to play this crazy ass music around these kids. Can y'all do that? Please. And then what else would I say? I would say um realize that you have influence and that a lot of people are looking at you. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying, however you're doing it, however you go about your business, a lot of people are looking at you and they are actually judging what they going to do based on how you doing what you doing. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. A lot of people, you got a lot of influence, whether in this community or other communities you represent. So represent well, and be intentional about it. Like there's a lot of stuff that we could be doing that we don't do. Like I know, for instance, I was talking to my homie about how I need to be more neighborly. Like I need to go to the I've been doing it over the time that I've been here, but I could still do a better job at it. Like I need to go to the people next door to me. You know what I'm saying? And like do things for them. Like I need to drop off stuff and be like, here you go. Here's a peace offering. Here's a pie. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, but it goes so far. It goes such a long way, man. It's crazy. Like I did that with the teachers at the school. As soon as I went to go pick my young boy up, the first time I got an opportunity to go to school, I got him a Starbucks gift card just to let you know, like, yo, I ain't trying to bribe you or nothing, but I just want you to know, like, we appreciate what you do. You know what I'm saying? The community. How about we give it no clip? Yeah, you could join voice chat. I'm on the join. I just gotta get my let me see. You will come out of the TV. Yeah. You could join voice chat. Party up, dog. Let's not feed our minds demoralizing content. Don't be misled by false truths. But also, what's really true? Do we have something to judge our actions by? Hmm. Hmm. It's crazy because I want to transition, but it's like I don't even know. I mean, I can move on to other things, but it would be so hard. Like, say, guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long. You put that joint in the beginning too. Oh wow, look at that. How it wraps back around. Um, yeah. I don't know. I feel like a bow needs to be put on this whole subject, yo. I don't know why. It's just like something in me that's telling me that. All right, who's voting? Any of y'all gonna be voting? Anybody gonna be voting? All right. So,
Hey, there we go.
can you hear me? No. Hell no.
I can hear you through the stream.
Okay. What's the lag like on there?
It took me this long to hear what's the lag like.
All right. Give me a second. Let me go get a headphone. I don't believe in politics. Azor?
So first of all, I want to say what's up to y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out here each and every day, supporting. Oh, those headphones messed me up.
All right.
Supporting the fancy clown in this journey.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What up, Cyrene?
What up, Cyrene? Yeah, I don't believe in politics, Azor. I appreciate it though.
Let me see. Can I get a list of who's here? I want to shout out everybody.
Truth is unbiased and sharp. Truth is also relative. Ah, crazy. I hate that though. See, the thing is, truth is unbiased and sharp, and I agree with that 100%. But the relativity, I think, is not truth. I think that's perspective. But that's philosophy, man. This is a philosophy show, but that's one of them things I don't really want to get too deep into because it's all semantics at the end of the day, and I can't prove nothing to nobody.
We're
Yeah.
so
So, what's up?
I jumped in the party with you because you was talking about black people stuff and whatnot, and I love that shit. You know, like I've spent a lot of my adult years thinking about different ways to improve the black community, what I can do, what we can do, how to help, etc. So like, you know, since we spent a little bit of time on there, I was like, you know what, I'm willing to join if here. So if you're still talking about that, I'll join you. If not, I'm gonna go back to just watching.
All right. Well, since you're here, then what do we do then? Like, so we got. It's funny because Azor shared this with me the other day, which I'm gonna get to that. But for now, since we here, we got people with the kids dancing with the guns, because you know kids dancing with guns in the mirror is cool now, and counting money is cool now. So we got that popping. Then we also have um, little children singing songs. I don't even really know how to put it. You got kids singing songs. Um,
They're singing inappropriate songs that was not meant. They were not made for them.
right.
Um,
I mean,
all right.
who
So
was they
what
made
did I
for?
say about that?
Who was they made for? They was made for everybody
They was
else.
made for adults. It was made for adults.
Uh huh.
Um, Block with switches is crazy. In his cap and gown, they get him a Glock with a switch. First of all, a switch is illegal.
I know. So everybody in this video can be taken to jail.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, did that video have sound? I took off the sound. No, the I see it's muted.
Yeah, it's out.
Um,
Don't play my slide.
I told you my dudes
I told you it's gonna get.
we don't play with no regular nigga. Brr, on my butter.
Don't play my slide. On folks great, it will guess like that.
Switchy.
No talking.
No cap.
No talking.
Good game.
3 switches right here.
And I put the bitches
That's just
on.
enough right there. That's
No
enough.
talking.
1, 2, 3. That's enough. We don't even got our shit on. We don't even got
With everybody naked face, no talking.
Oh man, so that bothered me
No,
on,
no,
on
no. I don't care.
various levels.
What about Second Amendment rights, bro? Those is illegal. They got illegal switches on them Jones that make them go. And they kids, so they probably not legal guns either. What about Second Amendment rights, Azor?
Yeah, no, that has nothing to do with Second Amendment rights. None of them are handling it safely. It's a whole lot wrong with this. Uh, for one, that nobody. You see how they holding it? The switch makes it a fully automatic. Don't none of them look like they strong enough to handle an automatic weapon. I learned at the range that automatic weapons kick way different. They kick way different than semi-auto. I can Semi-auto is easy. Automatic is automatic either break their wrists or knock them over. To be completely honest, so you know,
So what Meek say
but
about
yeah,
this? What did the rapper say? What does Meek say?
is if little kids have this type of firepower, what do you think we are up against in the adult field? If you have felonies and can't protect yourself, it's set for you to be killed or sent to jail for trying to protect yourself. It's wild being black in America.
What type of field is Meek in?
Huh?
I said, what type of field is Meek in? The adult field.
He is a adult entertainer. Not as in triple X, but like, and then he makes
All right.
entertainment for
Okay, he in
adults.
the field. Okay, he in the field.
Yeah.
Cool. Um. All right. Yeah. So what can we do?
What can we do? Well, as far as this, I mean,
It's all the
all
same
right.
thing.
So it's,
To me, it's all the same thing. This is all.
I mean,
I
it
went and
is,
looked
but
this up because this is the same as the little kids with the guns at the birthday party, which is the same as the little girls singing Pound Town. Because they
I
asked the
mean,
little
it's
boys to
the
sing.
same, but it's not the same. It
It is
is
the
the
same.
same because it's, we're trying to help the children. It's not the same based on the fact that you got to approach each situation completely different from any other situation. Um, these young men, somebody actually could talk to them, but I don't know if they're going to listen. But somebody could have a one-on-one with each one of them individually and actually make a breakthrough, opposed to kids imitating what they're seeing. As far as the other two videos with the smaller people, with the younger children. They're just imitating. They don't even know anything. These teens actually have opinions, and they feel like this makes them safer. This makes them cool.
You don't
This is
think
the
the
type of shit they
teens?
on. They
You
want
don't
to do
think the
gang
teens are
shit.
just imitating?
They're they're imitating, but they have an opinion on it at this point. It's not just pure imitation.
Okay.
It's years of imitation, groomed into a thought process.
Um. Okay. I think.
That is accurate, King of Kings. It is one is glorified sex and the other is glorified violence, and it's all terrible. It's all terrible because I don't know that cortex is not yet developed in the more mature state. They still imitating too. Oh yeah, they're absolutely imitating, but they're imitating with an opinion. At the point of them imitating in teen years, they can act out. They can run away. They can get away from people trying to correct them. The correction has then ends up coming from outside forces, whereas the little children, they're just exposed to irresponsibility from the adults around them. It's all of a sudden you stop putting that stuff around. Like, I mean, each money specifically does not have children around that type of music. It's intentional. The music that's played around the children is intentional. So I know specifically, like, it starts early, but the older they get, the harder it is to reverse. I got a nephew that's in his 20s, right? And here's a cycle that happened within my family. My older brother, he had his first child, my nephew, in his 20s. Me meeting my nephew when I was 12. By the time I was in my 20s, boom, had my first child. When I say 20s, I mean early 20s. Um, and then being as influential as I have been in my nephew's life, and my brother being as influential as he has been in my life and my nephew's life or his son's life, boom, we got another child, early 20s, before 25. And it's like it's a cycle. It's like whatever it is, it's something that's being that was missed in communication from my brother to me and me to my nephew.
I mean, people usually
Um,
only do what they see.
yeah, John
People
five
can.
nineteen.
What is it?
You know that's my Bible verse,
What
John
is it?
5:19. The son can only do that which he sees the father do. So that's my Bible verse, and I believe in that because you know we have literal fathers, we have figurative fathers, and these people out here setting these examples for people around them. That's why I said that video got me out the bed. I gotta get out here, and these kids got to see me drive this bus so that they know, even though I look like them, I may talk like them, and stuff, that they could be something different. They don't have to be um, that these other examples that's out there in front of them. They have options.
What was the one that got
Um,
you out the bed?
the kids at that party.
Okay.
And even if they were toy guns, they're still handling them carelessly. You can like, it's nothing wrong with having guns around children. There's everything wrong with not teaching them how to handle them. What's the point of it? Like it's swinging anywhere. You don't point a weapon at something you do not intend to destroy. That's just a common gun owner thing. Do not point your weapon at anything you do not plan to destroy. And as you see, they're in all these videos with firearms, they are handling them so carelessly that if as if accidents don't happen.
They're children. They're careless. Children are careless. That's
Yes, and
what they.
that's where
We would
the
be
big
wrong to
issue is
expect them to
from.
be anything but that.
To expect them without leading them. So it starts with, as Umar would say, getting in these gentlemen's lives when they're young. You got to start when they're young. You got to be that role model. You don't have to be with their mother to be a role model to them, or for them to be within your care. You don't have to be a family member for them to look up to you. So if you got to set this example for the young, so that they then don't grow up and chase gang culture, gang life. Some people literally that's all they knew. That's all they were exposed to.
Yo,
I
do you
can't
know any?
fault
You
them
know any of these kids?
personally.
Yeah, you know any of these kids that look like this, like lost?
Um, not I do know some that are like adjacent. They're not this far gone, but they're without the people that's around them, they could end up there.
Yo, chat. Y'all know anybody? Y'all know any kids like this? Y'all seen any of these troubled youth? Cause I'm be honest. I got these all throughout my family.
Yeah. Each money when that last comment you said that's the word, but does that mean that what they see around them they can't imitate? What they see around them is exactly what they're going to imitate. Um, and when we see them, even though we don't know them, especially if we see them frequently, sometimes I try to talk to them. Hey, how you doing? You got to break the ice. There's a running joke across the internet that's been going on for years. The running joke is men make friends so easily. The first time they just walk by, head nod. Second time, head nod with a maybe a smile or something. Third time, fist bump. Next time, handshake. Next time, holding a conversation. So, based on this same premise, build a familiarity with people. I've been living where I'm living at now for almost a year, and I still have neighbors who won't say hello, even though like they'll see me in my work uniform and everything, and just will not say hello. And I don't know what it is,
Do you say hi?
but I yes, I speak.
Yeah. That make me
I
say
speak.
hi more exuberantly. Like when people don't want to say hi to me, I say hi louder.
Maybe that might be something I could use to grow in the future, but that's not who I am right at this moment.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, yeah. So if apparently a couple of people answered. We all, a good bit of us do know these troubled youth. They do exist in places. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so with that said, what I need to do personally is I need to make an effort the next time I see one of these young boys to like grab onto him. You know what I mean? Because it be times where these young boys might like they might actually be willing to be influenced by me, but I might not have the time or I might not make the time. You know? So that's what I
Yeah.
really need to do.
No, I completely understand. I completely understand. Azure Sage, what do you like? You said, honestly, I like it, but what I might have missed something along the way. Um, and then like as far as these other kids, I absolutely try and
Well, you on a
it's
bus.
hard. It's
You
like
on a bus, so you see children all day, every day. All you got to do is smile and say hi a certain way, and that'll give them, you know what I mean? That'll see them seeing a black man being a certain way. You know what I mean? However
yeah,
you act,
absolutely.
like you are the face of black man on the bus.
No, absolutely. That's a big fact. No matter how it gets sliced, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's been good. We running up against the time, so I'm gonna get into this quote. Um, this was this was a lot deeper of a discussion than I anticipated. I don't have the quote written down. Well, what's up?
No, I laughed at your last comment. You know, when
Oh,
we talk about I actually had time today, and I was intentional about getting on here. Like as you sent out the message, I was still making my coffee, so I was a little bit delayed. But I got dressed and everything for work just in case it ran all the way up until that time.
word, word. So today we are going to go with Alexander the Great, and he got a couple. I got like three that I was gonna go into, but I'm gonna just go into two of them. He says, "Whatever we gain by our sword cannot be sure or lasting, but the love gained by kindness and moderation is certain and endurable." That's crazy because that man died at like 28 or something crazy, conquering the
Mm-hmm.
world. That's ironic. He said, "The love gained by kindness and moderation is certain and endurable." So, like investing in these youths, investing in the people around you, your neighbors, your community, and all of that stuff, whether it just be a high, whether it just be a pie, it'll go real far. All right, and then here's the quote that I want to leave off on. He said, "I am not afraid of an army of lions led by." Oh, I messed it all up, but it's cool. I'm gonna get it back together. He said, "I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a lamb. I'm afraid of an army of lambs led by a lion." I'll leave you guys to do that math. Um, I'm not going to try to translate that, but I will say thank y'all for coming through today. I appreciate everybody for participating. Um, I'm trying to get this show to grow. I'm trying to get more people to watch. I'm dropping these links in Discords all over the place. I'm dropping these links in Facebooks all over the place. So uh, hopefully there will be more people on all of these things every time we come back here. So if you're not following, follow Fancy Clown already. You can check out the Fancy Clown Discord. The link is on the Twitch page. You can also follow a Fancy Clown on YouTube. All these videos get reposted. You can check out TRN Podcast, the best weekly podcast in the world. And you can also follow the TRN Podcast on Twitter. I appreciate all of y'all. Love all of y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow bright and early at 10 a.m. And we going to play some music. Huh. What's this?
Yeah. I feel like I need this to be like 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I don't even got no bars. I just want to take this time to thank the Holy Lord above. It's the moment for the shout outs, you know? Thank the people in my life this year that taught me so much, that gave me so much opportunity.
That's a
Thank my
good one.
friends.
The more society drifts from the truth, the more they will hate those who speak it.
I also want to thank
Peace.
all my family, the little babies for inspiring me. You know what I'm saying? My sister for moving back in so I can move back out. People at the church for asking about me. Yeah. The people at my job for talking to me like I ain't nothing. That all made me stronger, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Back then they didn't want me. No. Yeah. Now I get them in the club like 20s. Oh, yeah. Didn't belong until I got money. Solo. Yeah. They wasn't playing till they acted funny. Oh no. Yeah. Walk the streets and they try to run me. I was trying to pop it, they was trying to sum me. Yeah. Solo. Yeah. Walk the streets, they try to run me. I was trying to pop it, they was trying to sum me. Yeah. Okay. Back then they didn't want me. Nope. Now I got them in the club like 20s. Oh. Didn't belong until I got money, so they wasn't playing when they acted funny, though. Walk the street, they tried to run me. I was trying to pop it, they was trying to sum me, yeah. Oh. Walk the streets, they tried to run me. I was trying to pop it, they was trying to sum me. All my days were from dark and back to bright and sunny. All my girls were from Baton Rouge to right and funny. Now